Those are all great books. Welcome to the Saturday session. Usually give people 5 minutes to aggregate. In the meantime, any success stories out there with trying these things? I know some of you guys been coming for a minute.
Yes, I have a success story. Very, very small, but interesting. I have a friend that were political difficulties, and he have never agreed with me the last 20 years with anything. When I say anything, I mean it. And he agreed yesterday because I asked him with a no-oriented question. And he agreed. With no, of course, he agreed, but it's okay because that's how I wanted to
Yeah,
do
isn't that fascinating how people say no thinking they're protecting themselves, and it's like a bear trap. And I want to acknowledge something is literally everybody in this practice group is at NPC, Negotiation Practice Community. Kudos to you guys, because this got put on Never Split the Difference page with 2,000 members. No, yeah, they're at 2,000. And where are they? you know, where are they? I purposely made it on a Saturday. I want to collect negotiators like Pokemons. I want to see them come on here and Pikachu against the whatever Squirtle. So kudos to you guys putting in the work. Uh, one day I do want to have. There is one guy out there that shows up to Kate's sessions. I know some of you guys might have met him. He actually used to train cops with these methodologies. And he emailed me. He wants to do the podcast, and I want to bring him on here. I want to bring him on here and do the coffee or the hotel room upgrade or the pawn shop. See how he performs. From what you've been seeing, I think you've seen him perform, Doug. He's pretty damn smooth.
He's pretty slick. Yes, he is.
Oh,
Talented.
Man. I tried attacking him or something. I don't know what it was. Handled it flawlessly. So yeah, there's levels to this. It's great. Makes it fun. Keep practicing, or you'll lose the skill set. Try to level up. Get into more uncomfortable situations. Because in reality, there's only one thing people are keeping track, and that's wealth. So go out there and make 200 mil. It'd be great. See everybody in this room make 200 mil legally. I don't. Doesn't matter. Just make it.
Like that caveat legally. Let's make sure we put that one in there.
Yeah, let's try and keep it legally. So who wants to who wants to be a negotiator against someone who's fairly fresh to Mox? Who's feeling extra confident?
Okay.
Costas?
Yes.
Oh, geez. It's got to be somebody else. Just one. All right,
I
Costas.
just read start with no yesterday. It said no talking, so I'm practicing that.
Well, we call that dynamic silence. And when there's a group of people applying dynamic silence, it can be pretty intense. It's a very intense thing to do. So Costas, I want to give you. Do you want to pick a victim, or should we pick someone?
I'll try James.
Okay. Hey, fantastic. James, you are not allowed to look at chat. The reason is we want you to focus on Costas. Be as organic as possible. Try not to lie. Same thing for you, Kostas. Try not to lie. Try to keep it real. Ideally, you want to get those butterflies going, and it might be a conversation you have in real life. So, good practice. Try to keep it real, Kostas. We use chat. Like if you want a tip or something, usually where somebody in there is throwing a good tip, usually a label, an oriented, something to keep it flowing. Or you can just go solo like Doug does.
Mhm.
Whenever and what scenario do you want?
Whatever. Mm,
Let's do hotel. I know James he's gonna give you a hard time on this one. He used to actually work at one.
Oh, that's the hardest case.
Yeah. Oh man. So he's got built up callus. He might not give anything. James, you are allowed to give him. I think you know the game. You can give him an upgrade. You can keep him where he's at. He didn't overpay, but he paid fair market value. So if you feel like it, upgrade the guy. If you don't say anything about it. If you really like him, I don't know, you can give him more. Whatever you feel in your heart to give him.
Okay.
All right, Kostas, whenever you're ready to approach.
Yes. Talk, talk.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Here to check in?
Yes, I have come a long way and just arrived today. And this is my check-in card. And you will see we are closed for the fourth floor. Two people will stay a week.
Oh, you have some people that you're staying with that are on the fourth floor?
Yes, one my girlfriend. My girlfriend, yes. And
Do you mind if I grab your name?
Costa.
Costa.
Mm. And
I'm sorry, is that your last name?
your first name,
Oh, got it. You mind if I grab your last name to be able to look you up?
Bouzgos.
You spell that for me?
Bousjos.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it looks like you've got a room on the fourth floor.
Yes.
Do
I have,
you have any baggage that you need taken to your room?
no, we will take it, but I have to make yourself to make you in a little in a difficult position.
Oh, is everything okay?
So and so, I need some help, and I know I don't deserve it. And what are going to think for a person that wants something that doesn't deserve?
What can I help you with?
Listen, my friend and I are a new couple, and I'd like to impress her a bit, but I would like to have to go to a higher level of comfort and a higher roof, which is
Okay.
not my right.
Not your rights?
I have paid for the fourth floor.
Oh, right. Yeah, not a problem. We can definitely take care of the difference with the card that it looks like you've left on file. What floor were you thinking?
The best I can without paying extra.
Oh, so it sounds like you'd like a free upgrade.
Exactly. Yes. Free
Oh,
again.
okay. I'm sorry, that's not actually. I'm still kind of new here, and I don't really have the authority to do that. My boss isn't going to be back until this afternoon. If you wanted to come back in this afternoon and check in with her, you could do that.
Oh, thank you. But thank you. It's great information. You are new here.
Yeah, I've been here. Well, I mean, relatively, I've been here for 6 months.
6 months. You like the job?
I enjoy talking with people.
Oh, you
I
like
find there's
you,
a
you
very
like yes.
Hmm?
You like the talking with people. Yes. If you like talking to people, I think the best place you can come.
a lot of interesting people come here through here.
Yes. And they have the luxury of time, and there have been a good mood because they are on vacations and all of this. It's perfect job, I think.
Got it. Just sir, if you don't mind, do you mind if I give you a key card? You have somebody behind you that it looks like they need some help as well.
I can wait. Anyway, I may wait up to the afternoon to see your chief. I wait for the other one to come.
Okay,
To
great.
do your job, and maybe we'll have a talk if you like.
Well, thank you for checking in, and enjoy your stay.
Mhm. So now if your client left, I guess you can have a talk,
Alright.
or I am. You have a lot of work and better go. It's okay if you want me to leave.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. If you would like to chat some more later, I can chat with you a little bit more later. I'll be here. I'm getting off work around 5 or 6, so you might want to check in with me before then if you have any more questions that I can help you with.
No, so you cannot do anything at all. I have to leave.
I'm sorry, I can't do anything.
I have to leave. You cannot have time to discuss. I would like to discuss a bit about the possibility of going more upstairs. But,
Certainly. Do you mind if I check in this couple behind you first?
yes, of course, of course.
Okay, great.
All right, let's take a time, quick vote here. I guess you can put your mic on and say it's Costa's gonna get something or no.
No.
I'm gonna go with no. Anyone else want to take a crack at James? Or
Oh,
tell us?
James did good. James did what what a hotel worker does. He did great in terms
Yeah.
of that's how the interaction would go.
Right. And that's how I see them go a lot. Which as I told everybody, this is based on a true scenario. It is very possible to get stuff. And just more detail on the situation, James. Yeah, 6 months to 3 years. You've been there, and you did know you could give them something if you felt like it, right?
Yeah.
You just didn't feel like it, right?
No,
Okay,
mostly
fair
in
enough.
that the scope of the place that I was in, generally in that situation, we're allowed to give certain upgrades for certain reasons. And mostly it's like the hotel is, done something grossly wrong for any kind of an upgrade. Like we've done something that's obviously wrong. Somebody did something like we destroyed their luggage or something like that has happened. And we are given so many per day that we're allowed to do.
In this
and if
scenario,
we,
where are you?
where am I?
Yeah.
From what I remember, we were doing the hotel in Vegas.
Yeah, this is a
Specifically,
nice.
I'm imagining I'm at the Bellagio. That's
Yeah,
where.
you're at a nice place.
Mhm.
So upgrades and free drinks, that's not unheard of.
Yeah, no, it's totally there. I never worked at that. The one that I worked at, the hotel that I worked at, was in Yosemite National Park. So it was a 4-star hotel, and I dealt with a lot of people who are always trying to get free crap all the time, and we're always allowed to. But it was really like, hey, I'm gonna have to account for it at the end of the day. Like I'm gonna have to explain to someone why.
This upgrade.
Mhm.
Now, have you given someone a hookup, a relative, or someone you really liked?
No. There's generally that was kind of like one of the things, like you don't do that. We get that you feel like that you have access to that, but if you do that and we find out about it, it's grounds for termination. So it's like they allowed it. I think in some ways, from what I could tell, it almost seemed like a way of allowing us an out so that people weren't like our family and relatives weren't bugging us all the time for upgrades and stuff. Because it was like, if people know that we work at a hotel and people are like, hey, give me a hookup, that they gave us an out. Like, hey, I can't. That, you know, they actually told me as part of my training, we could potentially get fired for this. So I
Have
mean,
you
love
hooked
to,
up
but I
people?
can't. Have I hooked up people?
Yeah.
Plead the fifth on that one.
You know, and just FYI, when someone repeats your question verbatim, just typically
We're on record
something
right now.
behind it. You know, we think you're past the statute of limitations. So if people can read on the line, let's just say Ghostas didn't get chummy with him, where James felt like hooking him up. Can anybody give Costas a suggestion, or somebody just want to step in and walk up to James?
I'll give
Yeah.
it a shot.
All right. Let's go ahead when we ready to approach.
Oh, I have a bell on my desk, by the way, Doug.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the Bellagio.
Hey, how are
Can I
you?
check you in?
Sound
I'm
like a
doing great. How are you?
little bicycle rolling down the road here. Look at that thing. Got to get me one of those.
I'm sorry, a bicycle?
Yeah, the bell. Ringing the bell on the desk there.
Oh, of course. Do you mind if I grab your name?
Oh, sure. It's Douglas Dowell. And your
Got
name
it.
is James. Is that right?
It is. You're on my name
Hey,
tag.
James. How's your day going, man?
Oh, it's going fantastic, man.
Has it
Love
been
being
busy?
here. Love talking to people.
Yeah.
Not so much. It's starting to pick up a little bit. COVID kind of shut things down a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
It looks like I have you here on the fourth floor.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have
no
any
problem.
bags?
Yeah,
that we
we've
can
got
get
them.
checked in for you?
Yeah, out in the lobby here. We've got some golf clubs as well, for sure.
Would you like me to call a bellhop for you, or would you like to take the
Yeah, just a
bags
minute.
yourself?
We're just before we check in, we want to get your advice. We haven't had anything to eat. Do you have anything you would advise in terms of where we should get something to eat here, real quick?
Sure. The hotel restaurants are great. What kind of food do you like?
Pretty much wide open. Any good Mexican at all?
Yeah. Are you kind of more interested in the environment or the quality of the food?
Probably environment right now is great, as long as it's not Denny's food or God forbid Waffle House.
Got it. So you're looking
Yeah.
kind of a more authentic feel.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be one down on Fifth. If you want to go down
Okay.
there, the atmosphere is very, very authentic. They
Good.
occasionally do have mariachi bands, and
Oh, wow.
if you have a birthday coming up, they will make a enormous deal about that. So fair warning if you happen to be here on your birthday.
I might just fib to see what it's like.
Make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
The chips there are excellent.
Oh,
Chips and
man.
salsa.
Oh,
My wife really
be careful there. Yeah,
appreciates those as well.
I'm doing keto right now, so I'm gonna have to avoid that one maybe. But it sounds great though.
Yeah. Did you guys want to do that, and we can take your bags up to your room?
Yeah.
Sounds like you're hungry.
Yeah, in a minute. I'm just fascinated. Was talking to this guy on the plane, and I love this question. And I'd be curious your thoughts on this. If you could have your perfect day, what would that look like for you, James? I'm just fascinated by that question. I was like, man, that sounds fun.
Sorry, that's a little out of scope. Are you going to be here for a little bit, Doug?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Sorry, I want to make sure that I'm taking care of the
Yeah.
customers that are here.
Let me step aside.
I'd love to share.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let you go ahead and get these guys taken care of. I'll step aside here.
Okay, great. Would you like your keys?
Not just yet.
All right. So
Okay.
the line has died, and no one else is coming. It's a ghost town.
Yeah.
And
Got it.
Doug
So
is
just Doug and I.
reapproaches.
Okay.
Yeah.
As he comes back up to the counter, I'll slide his keys back to him, and be like, "So, would you like to have someone take up your bags to your room?" It sounded like you did have another question though that you wanted to ask.
Yeah. No, I was just fascinated on the flight down. This really interesting guy was talking about. He had these very interesting icebreaker questions, and I thought it was really fascinating. And the question was simple: if you could have your perfect day, what would that look like for you?
Honestly, probably cabin in the woods, fireplace, good book. Just quiet, no phones, no technology.
Quiet, no phones. Are you a mountain guy or more like a overlooking the beach?
Actually, I enjoy both, if I'm being honest.
awesome.
I grew up in the mountains, but I do really enjoy the ocean as well. So
Sweet.
yeah, on any given day, I think it's probably more of what the wife's up to more than myself.
It's fascinating. Are you more of a regular Kindle guy, or do you like a physical book?
Depends on situation. If I'm traveling, I like to keep it light. Keep
Sure.
the Kindle with me.
Yeah.
If I'm somewhere where I know I'm gonna be there for a while, I prefer to have a physical book in my hand.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, James, I was really fascinated by that. I thought that would be interesting to see your take on that question.
Thank you for asking. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed the. You were just wanting to know about my perfect day.
Yeah. I was just curious about that. I thought that was a fantastic question about how to get to know someone a little bit. It's like that's really good, isn't it?
Well, thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, James, you're probably going to think I'm out to ruin your perfect day.
He went to get his manager.
Yeah, it looks like he did leave.
Maybe his line cut out.
Yeah. Scared him away.
Dang.
He felt
thought-
he felt he was gonna give something away.
I thought that was some great dynamic silence, Doug. I was like, ooh, Doug is on a roll.
Oh. He's tough, because he's worked that one.
Yeah.
That's good. See if he comes back. In the meantime, anyone else want to go? We'll resume. Anybody, if anybody wants to negotiate. Oh, wait, here we go. He's back. Oh, hey, James.
He's muted.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. You just want to resume back. Doug was giving you an AA.
Oh, I missed that one.
No, James, I was just going to say, I'm probably going to ruin your perfect day.
I find that unlikely, but why don't you go ahead?
You're probably going to think I'm some kind of male Karen.
Oh, what?
A male Karen. Excuse me, I need to speak to the manager. You might even think I'm
sorry, you'd
being
like to speak with the manager?
No, not at all. James, I'm just, would you be opposed to evaluating my upgrade options?
Your upgrade options.
Yeah,
You're on
we
the.
would.
I'm sorry. Let me put you back in here.
Yeah,
What was your last name again?
that's under Dowell.
Dowell. Okay. Doug. Right. You're currently on the 4th floor. What were you thinking?
What have you got? I know. What would you advise? I understand the 17th and 18th floor is pretty much the same room, but a little bit lower. Might be an option.
A little bit lower. I'm sorry. You're on the 4th floor right now. The 17th, 18th would be on one of the upper floors.
something more that one of the upper floors.
Okay, you'd be interested in one of the upper floors? Yeah,
like
not a
that.
problem. We can do that. Any particular? I got a great view of the strip. If you'd like one of those.
Oh, that would be interesting. What are our options on that?
Well, it's we have some rooms available, and we can just transfer what you currently have to one of the other rooms, and we can use your card on file to take care of the difference.
Okay,
If that works for you.
James, would you be opposed to what you can do for me? Just a free upgrade. I know we're in town quite a bit, and we love to stay in your hotel.
Oh, got it. If I'm being really honest, they do allow us to do that occasionally.
Okay.
But I have to explain to my boss why I'm doing that. The last one that I gave was actually there was a bus that the people had come in on. That it was the hotel's bus and it had flipped over.
Oh, geez.
And they missed dinner as a result because the restaurants had closed.
I see.
And So I was in that situation. I felt like, okay, I'm probably authorized to give these people an upgrade because this was our fault.
Gosh, it flipped over. Wow.
Well, on its side. I mean, it didn't flip completely over. It fell over on its side.
I see.
But yeah, so just kind of have an idea of like the scope of like what in a situation where I was allowed to do that and it was okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I have to go to them with whenever I'm doing something like that. So,
Absolutely. Like really awesome of you to take care of them like that.
Is something bad happened? Is there something we need to take care of?
Oh no, nothing you guys have done at all. In fact, we're
Okay,
quite thrilled to be here today, and we love the
Oh,
hotel.
great.
Yeah, absolutely. We just want to see what the upgrade options are. If you had some flexibility on that.
Well, we can definitely do the upgrade, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do a free one.
I see. What would I'm fascinated, James. What would a man of the woods do to get a upgrade?
To get a free upgrade?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know. I kind of feel a little boxed in that I'm very familiar with the rules and what is allowed here. I don't know how I would go about doing that.
I see.
I
I'm
knew. Oh,
fascinated,
actually,
James.
actually, I do have one thing that I think well, it wouldn't be useful for you today, but they do have a membership system here that as
Okay.
you as you kind of get hotel rooms, there's a chain of them. I think it's called Starlink.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
as you kind of use,
We're members of Starlink for sure.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have that actually, and you have enough points on that, I could give you a free upgrade using that.
Yeah. Well, can we check and see how many points I have? For sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you have your card on you, or do you know what
Yeah,
your
yeah.
number is?
Here you go. There's
Okay.
there's the card.
Okay. It looks like you travel quite a bit. You've got. It doesn't look like we'll be able to get you all the way to the 18th floor. We could probably get you about halfway there with the points you have available.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would work for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, not a problem.
Thank you, James.
We just totally bullshit our way through that.
We totally did.
What do you call that, Dan? When we make up stuff?
Improv.
No, that's good. I mean, you
Yes,
probably
and
is that what you would have done? And
Yeah, for sure.
you,
I forgot about that until the last minute, but there are definitely ways of doing that. But I mean, I'm not giving him a free upgrade. This
I
is
was gonna
actually something that
say,
he earned.
Yeah, he still was.
So he's getting a free. It's free to him, but it's not. It didn't cost me anything.
Yeah, you know what? Something's better than nothing, Doug.
yeah, that's how I feel here.
What as far as suggestions, and group, obviously, whatever things you spotted. For me, I wrote on here. I mean, it happened yesterday, Doug. I was hoping you were going to do it today, and today I think would have really came in handy. Is use some of that ammo on him. You notice how when you said, and I put on chat, what would a man of the woods? What would he do?
That was a great tip.
You see his mind and eyes just start churning and flipping, working towards, kind of like collaborating with you, finding a solution. He actually dug up an old solution he even forgot about. That's how much he got his mind flowing to the prefrontal instead of just, shooting you down. Ta, 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 ta. I mean, he was, you want to talk about 60 seconds or she dies.
Yeah.
Man, James had the hostage. Good.
It really did. That's for sure.
That made him like, all right, he's a bit of a human. Let me see what I can do for a fellow man of the woods.
Wait, hold on, guys. I stepped away a little bit during your interaction. The Man of the Woods reference also got me, but were you referring back to the book he was reading? Or okay,
his perfect day. That was my rapport building question. Was what is his perfect day? And that's part of what he spilled a little bit of information there to work with on what that looks like for him.
And he was reading a book inside of the A Man in the Woods. Is that
no, like in the cabin in the woods.
I gotcha. Okay, got it. Okay, great. Thank you.
And another genius move, and we've been talking about this recently, the power of humor. How like Eugene says, there's like scales, dread, and there's joy up here, and you climb it like a step, but there's shortcuts. I mean, one of them is humor. And once Doug got James laughing a bit, I was like, all right, he has a higher chance of getting something here that Costas. I mean, Costas didn't even get an option to cash in his travel points or whatnot. So yeah, the humor, man, that's it's good to see his potency in play. So good job on that, Doug. Your accusation artists were much better. You gave him space. That was good. You could have, yeah, done some more oriented questions. I think even Eugene posted one. He was even giving you one. He's like, it seems like you're powerless here.
Oh yeah, that is a good one.
It's yeah. Oh man, that gets people. It's a pattern interrupt right there. It's like, what do you mean I'm
like-
powerless? It can go south or north.
Yeah,
We don't know where, but it, it's better than it not going anywhere.
yeah.
So we felt that's where again, some no oriented questions would have been great. Any feedback from anybody else want to negotiate and pick a partner? James, do you want to try the other side?
Actually have a question for James, and Eugene made an interesting point. And
Yeah.
the rapport that I'm trying to build, that was more of a big question, and I may not have done enough small talk before I went for the big rapport question. Were you uncomfortable with the perfect day question?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Personally, no. I was kind of going back into my mindset around there are certain people who, I mean, honestly, Doug, you and I are prime candidates for this, who are talkers.
Yeah.
And when like working in that situation, you want to allow the person to feel appreciated, but also understanding this person is going to eat up my time when I have other work that I'm supposed to be doing. So it was kind of like a subtle, like creating a little distance there to let you know, like, I'm not super comfortable with answering this question because that could lead to other personal questions and an ongoing dialogue, which that's not what I'm here for.
So perhaps a false time constraint, because I know false time constraint can be helpful in this circumstance too. Is like, hey, I know you're busy and I can't, and I actually got to get running to dinner here soon, but something like that might have helped.
Possibly. I think one of the other things is like there's just certain kind of personality types that you get accustomed to when they're walking through the door and in that space. And the person that's wanting to connect. But the one core issue is that there is like this heightened sense of awareness of people wanting free stuff and trying to figure out how to do that. And as soon as that comes up, there's like actually, now that I'm aware of the term, there's like a neediness factor. Like they want something, or they want to get something.
Yeah.
And then in those situations, I immediately go to that bus story. That was a real story that actually happened at my hotel.
Wow.
There was ice on the road. It was a double-decker bus that
Jeez.
fell over on its side. All of the people got there late. The restaurant was closed, and in that situation, there were upgrades given to anybody that was just like, hey, what are you going to do to fix this, kind of a thing. We didn't offer it up front, but it was like it was definitely allowed. Like if there was any pushback or any tension, and they were all they were really stressed out. We had to go and talk the cooks and keep the kitchen open. Anyways, but yeah, there's situations like that where it's a tool in the toolbox of the hotel to when we make a mistake. That's kind of how it's viewed. So, and that's how I was entering into that conversations. And that was the one that I was at. I mean, there might be other hotels with like free upgrades for various different reasons. But the one that I was at, it was more of we're using this as a tool to fix a problem that we made or that we created, or that was out of our control. Maybe it was a weather oriented
could
thing.
have had a better shot knowing if you would have been in a different state of mind, which is a hotel where free upgrades it's not a big deal. Because in the hotel I went to, I mean, unless my skills were that good,
They might have been, man.
but it sent me to the top. I want to see. Let's give Florin. You want to try against Ben?
No, I want to try against James again.
You want to try it? I don't know. James, are you worn out?
I could keep going. I'd honestly love to let some other people have a shot at it though.
I
No,
just
But
want
I'm happy to do whatever is helpful to the group. If you
Well, Florian's
yeah,
requesting
I can do
you.
either. I'm happy to do it.
Awesome.
Okay, thanks.
Whenever you're ready to approach the counter here at the, what are we at, the Palazzo?
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't. Basically, I just want to try something new and see how it's going. Not using tools as much, but something from. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, James. Hi.
Good morning. Can I get your name? You here to check in?
Yeah, well, I already been upstairs and I got this key from one of your colleagues.
I'm sorry, you got a key from. Oh, you already checked in. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, already been in here already. I've
Is
been
everything
upstairs.
okay?
Well, you won't probably like this, and you had to deal with loads of jerks all day long. Anyway, you seems like a super cool guy that likes to fix things and work with customers. I've been in the room with my wife and all the luggage and everything, and it's kind of weird thing. It's a weird smell in the room.
Oh,
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know, probably the cleaning stuff or something smells like a wet carpet or which stayed there for a while or something. I don't know what's wrong with it. We are coming, I don't know, we traveled for the last 8 hours to be here.
could I grab your last name real quick?
Yeah, it's Tanasa, Tanasa.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. See, I have you here on the fourth floor.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Give me a second. I'll get you some new keys. Let me see what I can do about that. How about I can push you up to like maybe the fourth floor, the fifth floor, or the fifth floor, or the sixth floor. Does that work for you?
can you wait for a second? Need to speak with my wife about this and have a talk, how it's going.
Certainly, certainly. Do you mind if we have, just in case that smell is something that maybe is dangerous, do you mind if I have maintenance go up and check the room real quick? I know you said you had your stuff in there.
You can have a look after I.
Okay. Great. I pick up the phone at that point and I'm calling maintenance.
Oh yeah, sure. Usually this is
Okay.
happening. All right. I just want to make sure, is this a 4-star hotel, right?
Last I checked, yep.
Okay, sure. So what were the options?
I can I got some keys for you right now, and I've already called a bellhop to move your luggage to your new room. It's going to be on the 6th floor.
Okay.
And here are your keys. But that sounds kind of like, I'm sorry that happened. Do you mind if I comp you lunch for today?
Yeah, why not? Sure, thanks. I appreciate it.
Great, not a problem. It sounds like you have something else on your mind.
Well, yeah, probably look like a prick asking all this shit. It's facing the pool, and tonight is going to have a party down there, like usually Saturdays. Any chance to have facing the other way?
Yeah, not a problem. We can do that. You want to be on the other side of the hotel?
Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah, done. Okay.
Lovely.
Yeah, it'll be on the 6th floor. You're going to be in 45.
Cool. Thank you, James.
Okay.
You're really kind. James,
Yeah, no
and
problem.
your last name again?
Nelson?
I mean, what's your the other name? Last name, surname?
Nelson.
No, Nelson.
Actually, it should be on my name tag.
I thought you said no, sir.
That would have been funny.
That's actually my last name is No Sir. That's my
Okay.
name.
You've been quite kind with me, and I'll give you a good review to the manager. Maybe you're gonna get something in exchange.
I appreciate that. Thank you. We're just here to help you, man. So no need. I know you probably are. It sounds like you've had a really long trip today, and you just like to probably relax in a room. Actually, you know what I could do with the lunch thing, if you'd like. Would you like me to have them bring it up to you? I've got some menus here if you want to take a look at them, and I can just have it delivered to your room. That could be part of the comp if you'd like.
That would be also great. Really appreciate it, James.
Not a
I
problem.
knew at the beginning you're a cool guy.
Just doing my
Thanks.
job, man. Have a great day.
Have a good day, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Whew, that was something. Hello, it's me. Only me
Hey, you're
here.
there. Yeah, we got you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whew.
what, those a lot of yes-oriented questions.
Yeah, what I did, I don't know how would James feel it. What I did, I've applied what you said a few weeks ago, and I noticed it's working. If I'm saying to the guy, you are a nice guy who likes to fix things and works, basically, he's going to act like that along the discussion, the long discussion. And yeah, I took the guilt trip. I saw the comment there. But I try to be as harmless as possible in the same time, and not going straight with James. I mean, oh, it's your fault. You gave me blah blah blah, and so on. And that thing with the smell can be in somebody's head, or it's a very subjective thing. You can't really prove it. I mean, if I like something, a perfume or something, anyone else could find it gross or whatever, you know? So it's not something you can fight against, really. And when I said, is this a 4-star hotel? Again, I took it on the guilt trip. So sorry again, James.
Oh, you're fine, man. I'm immune.
I try to put some pressure on him, but not directly. It's more going on the other side and make him responsible for all these things, if makes sense.
Did give you little by little. I mean, one floor, this and that. But it wasn't the whole enchilada.
Free lunch, room on the other
No,
side.
just delivery of the food. He didn't say it would be on the house.
Oh, okay.
But
Good
you
enough.
got, yeah, he was given little things out of, guilt trip. No, guilt trip's
Do you mind
powerful.
if I weigh in on that, Dan?
Yeah, of course.
About where my where my head was in that?
Yeah.
First off, like I totally knew he was like, it felt like, okay, this guy wants something. What does he want? And then as soon as he did the smell thing, like one of the things is like, we want whoever the client is to let them know they're being taken care of and that we're taking them seriously. So even though like personally, I'm like, there's probably not any smell in the room at all, and this guy's just making that up, I am going to send a maintenance guy there just to show that. And I told, like, let him know that, to let him know, like, hey, I'm taking you seriously. I'm sending somebody to go take a look at that. And also to offer early and quickly something smaller, because as soon as I get an agreement on what it is, I'm asking for something more makes it's more difficult, because now we've got reciprocity involved. So it's like, hey, here's this little, like the floor from the 4 to the 6th, there's no cost difference in that. We're going to move them anyway. And the food one, it's like, I don't want to give this guy a full room upgrade because I have to explain that. The food, like the free comp food thing, that's generally relatively small, comparatively speaking. So if I can do this, I can avoid giving this guy a room upgrade and having to explain that later. So that's where my headspace was.
All right. I realized from the session, the exercise you had with Douglas, you are dealing with loads of people all day long, and it's quite hard for anyone actually to report at a deeper level. Make sense? I mean, how many people? You said you had 8 years of experience there?
At the hotel?
Yeah.
No, I only worked there for four summers.
All right. So in these 4 summers, how many deep discussions you had with customers you saw for the first time?
Generally, as that was kind of like not the intention of my job there, and if I started doing that, like if my supervisor walked by, it would be like, "That's what are you doing?" So there was a general avoidance of those kinds of conversations or questions. If there was nothing going on, like there'd be days when we were snowed in, we'd have a couple of feet of snow outside, and there was nobody coming in that day. Or if people wandered down and they were just kind of bored and they wanted to talk, it was like I can keep you entertained. I mean, nothing's happening today, and I get a pass on those days to do that occasionally, but mostly it was more of a situational thing based on what the environment was doing that day. Mostly the snow. We get a lot of snow there and on some days, but not a lot. Not a lot. Not that I would disagree that rapport can't be built in that time. I definitely feel like it can be. It's just got to be. You got to be quick. I mean, these people don't have time. They don't have time to do that. But if you can identify them, you can do it quickly. But anyways, that's a longer discussion.
Okay. Okay, that's good
There
feedback.
Dan, there is actually something I think Florian did that is really valuable in that space, which is I didn't even really pick it up until I was looking at it from an analyst perspective of what just happened, which is what I don't want as an employee in that situation is for this to get escalated to my boss. Because if they're having to deal with the problem, that looks bad on me. So it's like, how can I quickly take care of this? So coming into it, and I hate to say this, but the entitled or victim mentality, it sadly works really well
Loss
in those
aversion.
spaces. How would you frame loss aversion in that situation?
Yeah, like you can lose maybe the parking spot for employee of the month if I were to go to the manager.
Yeah, we didn't have that, but yeah,
Something
something like that.
similar.
Mostly it was like, the question that I want to absolutely avoid is, can I talk with your manager, please? I do not want to have that conversation. Because it's like, okay, I'm 2 things are happening. One, I am now an asshole to this person that's in front of me. I'm not taking care of them. And secondarily, now my boss, who is busy doing other stuff, has to take care of my job, which is not great for our rapport either. And I like to keep my rapport with my boss happy. So if there was, I hate to say this, I feel like this is like a kind of a secret kind of a thing, but if you go in hard with a, like, hey, if we can't get this figured out, I'm probably going to need to talk with your manager. Like trigger, I am now in like loss aversion state where I need to do something about this, which is why I went in so quickly with the comps on the food. Like I wasn't going to fight that because I didn't want it to escalate. And I knew that was a much softer give. And the explanation around that would have been much easier if I had to explain it. So it's about, what am I going to have to explain in that situation as the employee to my boss if I get asked about it? And really in that situation, I was already formulating the story I was going to tell my boss. Like, this person came down, they said their room was smelled. I sent up maintenance to go check it out. But these people obviously wanted something. They felt like they were trying to, aim for a room upgrade. So I just gave them, a meal comp to try to avoid that. And it's like, okay, cool. Thanks for taking care of that. So it's like mostly it would have been like, thank you for taking care of that, so I didn't have to deal with it. And that was, probably the best you could have hoped for. But in that situation, going with the victim mentality or the, like kind of the more difficult people, that's, I mean, I think it might depend on the situation and the relationship that person has. Because my relationship that I had with my supervisor was good. We were solid. We hung out outside of work, and he mattered to me. So if that black swan had been revealed during the course of that conversation, he probably could have got more out of me.
Ooh. Oh, look at that. So it's black swan in every situation. How many? They said there's always 3 to 5 black swans.
Sorry, I
No,
kind of gave
thanks for
those away, but
No,
there are
exactly.
definitely.
And we're happy you didn't give that away. It's always best for the negotiator to, I guess, expunge it, right? That's the whole purpose of this. Let's now I know, Patricia, you told me you got a hotel upgrade. Can you give us a play-by-play? What tools did you use? Did you use tools? Let me Let's see.
Here we are.
But
Sorry about that. I was in a cast and I had crutches and I was checking in and they didn't have, he was like, oh yeah, you know, we have a room, but it's not on the first floor and we don't have an elevator. And then he said, but I will give you, like I can check you in and then just go over to the Best Western across the street and they'll price match. So he checked me in at like the low price. And I went over to the Best Western and they price matched and they had the escalator and I was up on the 3rd floor. So in that way, I don't know if it was a bit more pity. But the other thing, another success story is I was ordering some flyers, just doing some print orders for flyers and stuff. And the woman who was taking my order over the phone, it was an internet order, and she was just going on about being a musician and she played the violin and her brother was a conductor and she was telling me all her stuff. And then she said, and I could just talk to you all day. Doug, it reminded me of you. and she gave me 15% off.
Yeah.
So yeah, this stuff does work. Yeah, it's funny.
Rapport for the win.
Yeah, when we started doing this, I was kind of hoping that we can just use our basic tools and get the stuff. And well, the counterparts were just too pervy. Once they smelled, like James said, once I smelled somebody wanting something, I knew how to like boom, 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 throw stuff at. And we realized, if you can get some rapport, some humor in, it's almost effortless. Sometimes they'll suggest it if they really like you. I know I've done it a few times on both ends. Does anybody else want to step in?
And
Ben,
try to negotiate.
I'd like to try.
All right, let's go with Ben and then Patricia. Ben, can you pick your victim?
I don't know. I mean, I can do it with Patricia and then we could switch.
No,
What?
it's
What?
probably wouldn't work.
Okay,
Pick
okay.
someone fresh, where the emotions are fresh, where the swans are hidden.
I'll do anyone. I don't know.
But there's a bunch. Does anybody want to be the counterpart at the hotel?
No, nobody.
Jonathan,
It's okay.
Florin?
A lazy
All right,
Saturday.
I go.
Okay.
Okay, Jonathan, just remind you, you're working at the, well, you know this one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, whenever you're ready, Ben, approach the
Sure.
camera.
Hello, Jonathan.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm here to check in. I came to check in.
Okay. What's your name?
Ben Avrahami.
All right. Okay, sure.
Yeah, can you remind me what room I get right now?
You are on the 2nd floor, room 207.
Second floor. Are you aware of all the rooms in the hotel?
I'm sorry, so what was that?
Have sorry. Have you been to all the rooms in the hotel?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but
How do you like my room?
they're great. This is what do I like about your room?
No, how do you like my room? Is it a nice room?
Oh, yeah, it's king size bed. It's a whole full shower that you have there, a whole full bathroom, cleaned. You have a view to the beach, and it's for 2 people. and that can be in the room, and you are very close to the elevator, and great service.
Wow, it sounds like an amazing room.
Oh, it is. Can I help you with your belongings?
Yes, of course. I was just thinking, Jonathan, what would it take to go a few levels higher? To enjoy a little bit more of the view. What would it take?
Okay, so you want a better view.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, well, let me see if and are you willing to pay more for a better view, or what's your budget?
Well, let me ask you this. How would you enjoy a room with a view up on like the 8th floor?
Yes, that would be nice, but I have to know if, first of all, if there's a room available, and also on rooms on the 8th floor, they come with for a high fee.
High fee?
Yes, like right now you're paying you're going to pay around $320. If you want to go to that floor, it's going to be around 500.
500. Um, sounds expensive.
Well, you're getting a better view.
And and would you recommend that room?
Of course, yeah. If you feel doing the upgrade and paying $500 a night, you have a better view. We bring all of the food to your room. You have an amazing balcony that you can enjoy it as well. So it's a great room. Do you want me to go ahead and proceed and upgrade you to the room?
Well, before we do that, how tell me about the hotel. How's the hotel overall? Do you enjoy being here?
Yes, I enjoy working here. It's a great hotel. We have amazing reviews and great customer service. What seems to be the problem, sir?
No, I just want to, get to know the hotel, where I'm staying, if I pick the right place. It sounds like you're very proud of the hotel.
Yes, I am. I've been working here for a while and I like it.
Oh yeah, working for a while?
Yes, and you're concerned because of the view, right? You said that you want a better view.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
you're concerned about the view.
yeah. It would be nice to enjoy a better view. It would also be nice to know, that I'm staying at a great hotel, that it's a great atmosphere, and it sounds like it is. It sounds like you really enjoy the place and you've been here for a while, so you know everything, all the ins and outs about the hotel.
Yes. What if I get you to the 3rd floor for $50 more? Would that work for you?
More. Yeah, that could work. That could work. But it's not the main point here. I was really curious to hear a little bit more about your experience here. Have you ever stayed here as a
All right,
guest?
let's take a time.
Uh,
All right. I think we got enough data. Ben, we see what's going on.
Yeah,
It's fascinating. Were you reading chat?
a little bit, but there's like
What do you think chat was? If chat could say something to you, what do you think it would be?
if what?
If the chat could
Oh,
talk to
I
you.
was trying to get away from the room situation and like talking about the experience, but he kept trying to put me back on the track of getting rooms. So I was like I was kind of like struggling, trying to think how to get off.
Yeah, he's good. He was bringing it back to that. He wasn't giving any slack. That's why a good
Yeah.
pattern interrupt. Like, hey, look, I'm just curious. And
Yeah.
the engagement of, is this a bad time, is critical, because, you know, for all you know, in Jonathan Headspace is a long line and he's stressed. And you want to talk about what rooms has he been to, every room. Has he touched every bed? Has he showered in every shower? Like,
Yeah, I know.
he's not trying to do that. If anything, he wants to talk about himself. And if you're gonna talking about, you know, like what Doug did with, hey, if you could be anywhere besides back of this counter, where would you be? Yeah, that's of course, that's a deep question. So, but there's many ways to build the report. The tone, for example, and then here everybody can tell you what they thought about your tone.
Yeah.
Was it a late FM, or was it playful? Was it assertive? Let's just take a quick, let's go through everybody. Take a little vote. Douglas, what tone was he on? Florin, Jonathan, anybody can, what was everybody feeling?
He was very, it was between a little bit like low and it wasn't like too assertive, but it wasn't like friendly and happy and I'm excited. It wasn't like that. It was between a little bit lazy, tired. I felt him tired, and I don't know. I wasn't too persuaded by the tone of voice.
Yeah, I thought the tone was neutral to actually fairly positive, although I think Jonathan's got an interesting point about, was the energy that he was providing to the conversation positive and upbeat, and maybe the energy was a little too flat.
Yeah, it's like
Yes, Douglas, that's exactly it. Yep.
yeah, I would just work on the tone, then slowing it down. Yeah, I think we felt it's gonna happen. It's like public speaking, probably a little tense, right? Like, oh, what if I don't get the thing? To make it even easier, like, as long as you don't get security called, you're fine. You're doing good. You did good. You stayed in it. I did pick up really good mirrors from you, really good labels. Yeah, but don't be worried to go in deeper, play with the tone, shake it up a bit. You know.
Yeah. One thing, Ben, that I think destroyed your interaction was that you, once I knew what you wanted, it was very difficult for you to come back and say, "Oh, it's not about the room." And now you want to make it about me. Too late.
Right.
Too late. There was no way I was gonna buy that from you. There was no way, and that's when I offer you the third floor. So you went for the kill too soon.
Well, let's see how Patricia does. Patricia, Jonathan, are you fine being? You done it once.
Yeah.
Ready for the next customer. All right, Patricia.
Hey, Jonathan. Good morning.
So she's a negotiator, right?
I'm checking in.
Okay. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hey, good. I'm checking in. How's your morning going?
It's wonderful. Very happy to be here. It's the weekend.
Excellent. It sounds like this is your favorite place to be on a Saturday morning.
Not the best place to be because it's still work, but it's okay.
If you could be anywhere right now, where would you be, Jonathan?
Oh, at the beach.
Really? Do you like swimming or running on the sand?
Both. I want to learn surfing, so.
Surfing. Yeah, you look like physical fitness is important to you. You're like really active. You like to be out in nature.
Yes, I've always wanted to surf. Afraid of sharks, but I'm getting over that fear and just do it.
Afraid of sharks. I'm right there with you. What are you doing to get over the fear? I could really use some of that magic potion.
Well, there's like I first of all I go with people I know, like where how deep to go in the water and how to catch the waves. and there's also like this tool that you put on your ankle, and supposedly it repels sharks. Like it has like sounds underwater. And it repels
Get
sharks.
out of here. Get out of here. Did you invent
Yeah.
that?
No, but I'm the experiment. Let's see if it works.
I was going to say, we should take it to Amazon. We could co-invest and take it to Amazon. We could both be better off for it. Buy our own hotel.
I actually bought it on Amazon.
You did?
I actually bought it on Amazon. Yeah.
Wow. And have you tried it?
No, today I'm gonna try it next weekend. That I'm not working.
You're not working next weekend. Oh my God, you must be so excited to be at the beach next Saturday instead of being here, huh? And with your ankle bracelet on.
Yeah. So, is your first time here? Is it
My
your
first time here, yeah, my first time. You guys have really awesome reviews. So I wanted to check it out.
Cool. All right. So yeah, you already checked in. Whenever you're ready, we can help you with your belongings and enjoy your stay at the hotel.
What floor am I on, Jonathan?
You are on the second floor,
The second
room
floor.
207. Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite part about this hotel? Like, what's your favorite? I know it's kind of like on this corner where we have a little bit of either the beach on one side, but I noticed there's like a park view on the other side. Like, what's your favorite side of the hotel?
Well, the beach. When with the rooms that you have the view to the beach, and you do have that. Your room is located, and you have a big window that goes, gives you a perfect view of the beach.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
And it's the second floor, so you can walk out at the beach and come back. You don't have to wait for the elevators and all that. So it's very fast to go to the beach
Very
and
fast.
to your room.
Fast to go to the beach.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite room? Like the second floor? You prefer to be closer or higher? I mean, since you seem like you know this place pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, all of the rooms have great customer service. They're all, clean, great beds, great, have the towels and everything. Obviously, the higher you go, the better view you have, and it's quiet too, because on the second floor, sometimes you like listen to kids play at the pool.
You know what? That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Wow. Is there any possibility to see if there's any availability on a floor that's higher up? I do have some work to do. I will be on my laptop a little bit. Some quiet would be nice.
I do have rooms on the floor, but they come with a fee. So you're going to end up paying somewhere around $800 per night.
Gosh, $800.
Yeah, right now you're paying $300 per night.
So like a $500 difference.
Correct.
$500 is not easy to come by.
Yeah, well, you do have a better view, and like I say, it's more quiet, and so.
Dang, I wish I could have been part of that shark ankle bracelet maneuver thing. I could afford that $500 then.
Yeah, and you also need to look at the hotel to get a discount. So but it's worth it. If you can afford it, it's totally worth it.
Yeah. Dang.
Your drinks come with a discount, but it sounds like it's out of your budget.
Well, it's not that. It's I'm traveling on a budget. I mean, we're just out of COVID, so everything was kind of frozen. So I'm just kind of getting back up and running. And I mean, you're probably gonna think I sound like a cheapskate.
Well, not at all. It's okay. I mean, I understand that you're working, you have some work to do. So I understand that. I can get you on the fourth floor for $50 more. So it's usually $100. So I'm gonna give you half of it for $50. So $350 a night. And it's more quiet. You have a better view still.
Wow, Jonathan, you're so generous. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. You had mentioned drinks earlier, like with the room higher up, with the room on the fourth floor, would that comp some drinks as well?
Yes, I can do that for you. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. I feel so grateful to have crossed paths with you. You just really made my morning. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're very welcome. If you want, I can give you a discount for the eighth floor. So instead of paying $800, I can hook you up with the price of the fourth floor. So
So for $50 more a night.
for $50 more.
Awesome. You know what? I mean, you're just so kind. I really appreciate you looking out for me. And you're making it possible for me to be here and enjoy your hotel and actually get some work done at the same time. It's like the best of both worlds for me. So I really appreciate that. You know what? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm happy to help you out.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You seem like a very generous person.
Thank you.
Yeah, totally. I love it. Yeah, let's go for it.
All right then. Cool. Nice.
All right, Jonathan, who do you think got more out of you?
Oh, Patricia, well, by far. She took the time to build the report. The tone of voice was excited, happy. It's cool. I felt empathy for her work. When like she wasn't trying to get something out of me. That there is a situation on her end that she needs to do work and she needs to have a quiet space. So that was key for me to be open up and help her out, because it wasn't like she just wanted because she wanted and she wants to get the most out of $300. No, she also has a situation. So I was willing to help her out.
Yeah, and we learned, I think in this one, I feel we learned more about you than we did about her. So that's always good. We learned that you like surfing and have a shark paranoia. Somebody even in chat said, hey, what would a surfer do? Yeah, if they're being chased by large prices. So that was good. James, yeah, spit it out. Yeah, what you got?
So Patricia was the kind of client or customer when they would come in
See you,
that I
Eli.
was better, Eli, that I was super like terrified of, because I like them. And they would be like, I like this person and I don't want to disappoint them, and I'm probably going to make a bad decision that I'm gonna have to explain later. So it'd be like, oh man, I really like this person, I want to give them what they want. What can I give them that's not going to get me in too much trouble, like that. Like, so the frame and the tone that you entered into that with Patricia was great. Like, there was always a part of me, like, I would recognize when your kind of personality type, like just a friendly, authentically like wanting to connect person would come in, where I was like, oh god, not one of these people. I love these people.
All right.
This person's gonna get me in trouble.
We want to give Ben a chance to redeem himself, so he's going to go behind the counter, and he's going to give the next person a hard time.
I think I will say, I think maybe it's because I'm also hungover. I had a crazy.
There we go.
Hey, Ben.
Well,
There you go.
at least Ben didn't message me excuses afterwards. He's being out front right now.
Yeah, so the low energy is
That's the beauty of making it unconscious. You can do it hungover or zero sleep.
All right, James,
Yeah.
are you ready to come back to the counter and try out
Yeah,
your
I can do that, man.
negotiation skills?
Wherever you need me.
You read a new book, or Palm to See, apply some stuff. Ben is behind the counter. Everybody here always just listening for what tools you're using,
Just go outside. You need to go.
tone and everything.
Oh, so I'm walking up to the counter. That's what's
Yeah,
happening.
you
right
are the negotiator now.
now. Got it. Okay. And Ben's on the other side.
Ben's on the other side.
Okay.
Again, we are in Vegas. You're James. You're just checking in. Your partner got the tickets. They paid fair market value. You didn't get a deal on them. You're just checking in. As long as you get your key card, you're good. You get security call, you did bad. And you're on the 8th floor. You'd want to obviously get a higher floor with a better view, because anything from the 5th and below, you're right by the pool. It's going to be loud and annoying.
Okay. Okay. What's the lobby look like right now? Is it busy?
So that's up to you, how you approach the situation and how you handle that.
Okay.
Yeah. So like what
In
I
that
do
situation,
I
if the
always,
lobby was busy, I would just quickly go through it, and then I would come back later to do the negotiation. I feel like timing is really critical in doing something like that well.
yeah.
So
As we say, you can it's always best to approach the counter with exploring is at a bad time. If Ben says, yeah, it's swamped in here, you just say, hey, look, I'm going to be a minute. I'll come back, and then we'll forward 5 minutes, and you approach it when it's empty, and that gets rid of that.
got it. Yeah, actually, I wouldn't even ask if it was a bad time in that situation, because if I can't tell that they're super busy and I'm asking that question, that's just going to annoy the person that's there. It's like, obviously it's a bad time, but they're not allowed to say that.
So here's okay. So in my real situation, there was a line, and when I went
Well,
up,
there was.
yeah, I said to the guy, I go, dang, you're gonna have a hard time here. Look at this long line I just brought. And he's like, that's nothing. At one time, it usually goes all the way back there. That's
Oh,
nothing.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So then I knew, I go, okay.
That's great.
And for him, he
Thanks, Dan.
understood that I understood. So yeah,
You
I mean,
broke my assumption in that. That was good. I
there's
like
all
that.
opportunities, right, for you to take control of the thing.
Totally.
All right. So whenever you're
Let's
ready.
go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bing. Hey, Ben. How you doing, man?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Doing great. Busy day?
No, just a little tired. You know, been a long night, so
Yeah. Well, you live in Vegas.
yeah, Vegas.
How's the nightlife here?
It's crazy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you always have stuff to do around here. Yeah.
So hey, man, is now bad time for you? I had something that might take a couple of minutes.
I can check you in right now. What's your name?
Nelson. Senator Nelson.
Nelson. Yeah. Jane. Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
I see you're checking in to the 3rd floor.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Hey, so you're good right now? Now isn't a bad time? This might take a couple of minutes.
I don't know. What do you need?
I'm trying to figure something out. I am here with a potential investor, and I really like this hotel. That was why I picked it. And we're hoping to do a conference. Well, I personally, I like to have a conference here. The guy that I'm having, he's the one that's going to be bankrolling the thing. And I talked with a couple of other people who situations he bankrolled, and he seems to say yes a lot more often when he's pampered the whole time. The thing is like I've got a budget coming in here, so I'd love to have that here. I know this may not be your call, and if it is, just let me know. But if there is some way that we can get to the top floor in your hotel, I've got enough budget, I think, to do the one that I paid for. And I had enough for like some chips, because I know the guy is going to want to gamble, and I need to kind of have that. That's also something I heard is like he really does like a gamble. So if there's some way that we could maybe use, like I could do some chips or something, and you get me pushed up to the top floor, because I can't do both though. And I know if he's got a great time here, we could probably have a conference here, and we're expecting about 500 people. The last few that we had 500 people. We currently lost our most recent investor. He had some stuff that was going on, and we're hoping he's already done about a couple of other conferences for other people, and he was recommended to me. So I'm really hoping we're going to get him here, and I'm hoping you can help me make this work so he has an awesome time while he's here. But I think we got to get him up on the top floor. I was wondering is that something you can handle, or should I talk with your supervisor?
Sorry, wow. You sound.
Sorry, there's a lot, man. I know.
Yeah, you sound very busy. So just to understand it better, you want a top floor room for the both of you?
For him, I don't need to be up there.
Okay, for him, I see. I can check what we can do. So typically to upgrade, so the room that's given the 3rd floor is a great room, but there's an option to get an a room in the top floor, but it does come with the cost of $500 a night.
Okay.
Happy
If
to-
I,
yeah.
okay, totally understand that. I'm hoping that you're understanding the constraint that I'm in right now, that if I do that, I'm going to be pulling it out of his chips that he's going to be able to gamble with. And my primary purpose is, I mean, I love this hotel, 4-star hotel, really want him to have a great time. And I feel like the more he can have a great time while he's here, the better that's going to turn out. And I'm just trying to figure out like how we can have it. It almost, is this something, actually, let me ask you this question first. Is this a problem that you can help me solve? I'm happy to talk with a manager about that. If it's not something that you can handle it on, because I used to work in a hotel. I know that you guys are allowed, so many comps or whatever, but in this case, this might be tied into another department. And if this isn't something you feel like you can be like, oh yeah, totally, I can handle this. It might be, do you mind if we talk with the supervisor? Or do you feel like you can take care of it?
Yeah, no, I can definitely take care of it. But like,
Okay.
yeah, we're happy to give you a room, but larger room, top floor is a very desired room. So it does come with an extra cost and we're happy to do it. It sounds like you want to accommodate for your business partner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to use that portion of the budget, that extra, to give him some extra chips to use in your casino. I don't know if I was clear about that.
Okay. Yeah, maybe there's something we could do, if you guys, yeah, you know how it works here. Maybe if you guys use some of those chips for the casino, we could make a little bit of a discount for $300 a night instead. And
Okay.
you guys can enjoy.
So
Yep.
500 to 300? Is that
Yeah.
okay? Nuts. Okay. I'm expecting that with some drinks in this guy, he's just going to end up blowing through the chips anyway. Is there any way that we can use that $300 and just convert that into chips? And that way he can have, mostly I'm just wanting to keep him at the tables as long as possible because he seems to have a lot of fun there. So obviously the hotel I still feel like the hotel is going to be getting the money. We're just, instead of it going towards the room, it's going towards his casino play.
The casino.
I'm just really wanting to convince this guy that this is where we want to have this event. I'd love to have it here because if we can't have it here, we're going to have to go across the street.
What is this business? It seems like it's very important for you to close with that business partner of yours.
Yeah, dude, totally. It's a real estate investment seminar. We work in multifamily, so apartment complexes. And this is a training seminar that we're doing on investing in apartment complexes.
Where do you guys invest? All over?
Yep, all over the United States.
And where you buy them and rent them or sell them?
It depends on the situation. Sometimes we'll buy and rent them, and sometimes we'll sell them. Most of the time, anyways. Is this something you're actually interested in, man? I'm happy to share. I love talking about this topic.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, please keep going. It's very interesting.
So a lot of it is so you want to buy and rent them for the first few years, like maybe 5 years or so. Multifamily is fantastic, dude. There's two major things that are in it that are crazy if you're looking for a good place to invest, which is one, if you do it correctly, it's tax-free money, 0 taxes, no money at all. Yeah, that's the first crazy thing. Second thing is the loans that you get on them. They're called non-recourse loans. So if for whatever reason the thing goes belly up, you can just give the keys back to the bank and walk away, and there's no effect on your credit at all. So they're just amazing vehicles for investment purposes. I found out about it a few years ago, and again, just having a great time with my buddies and I in investing in multifamily. We got this guy on the line. His name is Rod Cleef. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he is interested in running an event. And if I can get the thing set up for him, he'll show up. He's, I don't know if you're familiar with Bigger Pockets. He's a big investor in Bigger Pockets. He's also in the top 3 on iTunes for investor podcasts. So he's a pretty big name. And if we can get him to come down, mostly we just need to get a bankroll though. And this is all going to come down to, does this guy, from what I'm understanding of my other people that I've talked to, is this guy having a fantastic time being here? So the better, if we can max out his for enjoyment here, he's going to be from what I understand, he associates his fun with whether or not he says yes to a thing. So the more I can keep him at the tables having fun and the nicer his room is, the more likely he would be to say yes to this. Again, My guess is that whoever this person is, that this might be a different department that might be able to comp this, is what I'm guessing. Because if I can't figure it out here, I'll end up having to go to a different hotel.
Oh yeah, it sounds like a great opportunity. Honestly, I feel like I want to invest with you at this point.
Dude, you're welcome to come, man.
Yeah,
I'm sure I can
maybe-
get you a ticket into the place. The tickets are normally about $1,100. But dude, if you can help me out, man, I'm happy to figure out how to get you into the event.
Yeah, so you could. So if I can do this for you, you could get me a free ticket.
For sure, dude. I've got a few myself that I'm allowed to give out to anybody.
Deal. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully the investment succeeds, and yeah.
It's doing well so far with the properties that we have.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Time. All right. I think that went good. I think you it was the quintessential of Never Split the Difference book. It's there's one orange and there's two cooks that need the orange. So what do, right? Explore it. Maybe one cook just needs to peel and the other one just needs the inside. And so you split it that way and you both get double and you both win. I feel like in this case, if Ben's really interested in multifamily, yeah.
Yes. So I can
But if he's
tell you.
not, I mean, that's what we're all wondering in the chat,
Yeah.
Ben. Were you just getting him to talk more, or were you actually interested in this deal?
So I wanted to wear him out a little bit. I kind of found an opportunity and saw that he liked to talk about himself and all that. So I was like, maybe we can get him off track with that. And then I saw an opportunity. So then I kind of felt like I wanted to negotiate back as well and get something out of it. When he mentioned the ticket, I was like, okay, I think that's kind of like what I want out of this. Or like, that's why I mentioned like, oh, sounds like I could invest with you too. Or so yeah, I just kind of like found some room to play with it. A lot of it was him talking rather than me talking about myself. So I just let it happen. And don't get me wrong, James, it is interesting. I actually am into that kind of stuff. But in this case, in this scenario, I was more focusing on wearing you out a bit.
Got it. Did I feel worn out by the end?
No, you have a lot of energy, right?
Yeah, he's got a lot of energy. But
Yeah.
who spilled beans here, right?
You
Now
say that. I'm still so confused about that, Dan,
Now-
because I
now,
don't know. Like that
here's my
conversation
theory.
sounds like a lot of the conversations that I have.
here's my theory on what's going on with James. James is spilling tactful beans. James is giving beans he wants Ben to eat. Like he was giving him beans about, multifamily conference. Ben's like, oh, I'm a little curious. I'm looking at all these beans. Maybe one of these I can take advantage of. And I think that's where it came like a barter. Yeah, but could that
But he
work?
got it, yeah.
Could
He
that
got that.
could that's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of effort. But this is a big deal that's going to happen. Are you going to have a conference at the hotel?
Yeah.
So no, I mean, good job to both you guys. Both you guys found black swans there. Yeah, because we were wondering, does Ben even like multifamily? Any suggestions from anybody? Any feedback?
I just have a question. Like, say someone is really at the counter. Is it not favorable or not frowned upon for like this quid pro quo? That's what it felt like it turned into. Oh, hey, you can hook me up with a ticket. Okay, let's get this done. Would that happen, or could they get a hotel worker in trouble? You guys,
No,
We're in
understand.
Vegas, baby. All
Yeah,
kinds of crazy
yeah.
things happen.
Yeah, no, that totally happened. And you know what? And that's how big deals are made at golf courses, right there,
Yeah.
just by chatting, right? You guys just had a little chat.
I could have totally done it, I think, at the beginning, but now I got something out of it.
That's true.
He got the goal, so everyone's happy.
Now, Florin, you had your hand raised.
Not really, but I was about to ask James, what if some kind of tough guy is having load of money, and is behaving like, yeah, I know the owner of the hotel and so on. I'm seated at 12th floor. Can you do it for tonight? The penthouse. He knows about. I'll do the. We are in business. What would
I'm sorry,
you do?
I don't understand. I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
When you're working at the hotel, what if
Mhm.
what if a guy that's connected to the owner of the hotel shows up and is, flexing his power and who
Oh,
he
got it.
knows, would you
I-
succumb to his requests and demands?
No, not at all. What I would immediately do is I'd be like, "Oh, great. I think he's here. Let me go grab him for you." And I would let them have that conversation. And then if the owner, the owner or the manager guy was like, "Yeah, go ahead and comp the room," I now have permission. Completely remove myself from that conversation.
Now let's go another hypothetical. Let's
Okay.
say it wasn't Ben. It was Jonathan, who only cares about surfing and doesn't care about multifamilies.
Mhm.
What then? Would that be no deal for you? Not even.
Oh, I think the core element, and I actually was gambling a little bit with that conversation when I threw out the multifamily because of his age. And I'm guessing a lot of people around our age are interested in some type of cool investment deals that might have like caught him. So it completely changes based on, I'm looking for a connection. Like, what
You're
is
like
this
cold
person
reading.
interested
Oh,
in?
okay, that's clever. No, yeah, that's smart. So he knew his counterpart might high probability be interested. If he would have had someone else in front of him, he might have recalibrated to what they might be interested in. No,
Right. Or if he had responded with a complete lack of interest in that,
and
I
that's
would
what
have had to.
that's what we talked about. It's reading your environment, reading the room. Like, what could these folks need? And yeah, if it's best if you come up there with a solution. If not, get one out of them what they want. But
Right.
that's clever. Oh, that's slick. Some high level stuff there. Are we doing on time? Anybody want to get a practice one in? One more.
Also, is non-recourse loans an actual thing?
What's that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
There was
sure.
very
I
little
wrote
of
those
that
two things
conversation
down,
I
by
was
the
making
way.
up.
I'm gonna
Bye,
look this
Patricia.
up.
2 million up.
I'm
though.
happy to talk with you about it if you want to chat about it too.
Yeah,
And-
2 million and up.
And his
You
free
get-
tip, his first
Oh,
one
nice.
was tax-free money if played right. Yeah,
Uh,
two good tips. Look, even the audience member took notes. This was a good combo. Yeah, but ideally, get the counterpart to spill beans as well. Get to know something about Ben as well, so you can leverage those things. You came in with like a barrel of gold essentially to the counter, right? You had
Yeah, I
something
find
to
that
exchange.
if I want something, I got to earn whatever that is on the other side. So how do I earn this in this situation? And that's about a frame. I got to come in there with a frame that makes it valuable for them to say yes. Or like I was trying to do both sides of it. He didn't really seem to have the concern about me talking with his manager at all. Maybe he did, but I was trying to do both sides of that. Like, hey, let's talk with the manager around this and bring in that conversation, or maybe we could do something
So
for
you
you and figure out
value
which one of those
equality.
were.
You value equality. This for that, tit for tat, equality.
I feel
That's
like in
big
any
thing.
situation, not necessarily equality, but we're earning whatever it is that we're wanting, and there's a whole bunch of different ways that could happen. So in that situation, earning it could be like, hey, I'm threatening your situation or your position here, and the kind of threat of talking to the manager or whoever his boss is, that could be enough to earn my right into what I was wanting. So there's a way of earning it, and it's not necessarily always a positive solution. Like I said, I was actually using the psychology that I just shared, which is I don't want to have anybody talking with the manager. So I was using that negative to see if that had any impact.
Ben,
and see
did
like
that
it
have an
did.
impact on you when he
Yeah,
said
I mean,
that?
as a customer service representative, you never want to have the manager come take your place. You have
The-
as much as you can not to.
Clever, awesome.
I see a big difference here, and when with James' approach, I think that it worked with Ben because of that he liked the subject, that he liked the multifamily thing. But with Patricia, when I was willing to help her, whether there was a deal for me or not. So if James would have done that to me, I wouldn't even care.
Right. I wouldn't have done that with you, Jonathan. It's all about
What would you
calibration of the
have
person that I'm
picked for
talking to.
Jonathan? By cold
Um,
reading him, what do you think would have fancied him as a?
That's a great question. Honestly, I feel like a lot of the times this is almost like we're steering a ship in the dark, and every once in a while we get a little flash of lightning to see where we are. So it's kind of like one of the reasons why I'm talking really fast about a bunch of different things is I'm looking for cues on their face. How are they responding? How are they reacting? What's of interest to this person? And at some level, what I'm trying to do is respect their time. Like, I know this person doesn't have a lot of time for a long conversation. So let me rattle off all of these bunch of different options, see what they catch on to, and then drill deep into whatever that was that they reacted to. So I don't know. At this point, I couldn't tell you. I would feel out the conversation, suggest a bunch of different things, go in a bunch of different directions, but really it's about feeling out the person that I'm talking to. So with Jonathan, I'd actually have to go through the conversation with Jonathan to see
in what
where
part of
we
the
are.
combo with Ben, because at some of those were like, no, I don't think Ben. I think Ben's just pulling his leg. But you felt that he was actually interested in it. What
yeah.
it was? What did you like? What was the triggers for you as a signs that he was interested?
Actually, there's something else that we haven't really talked about a lot. I've studied body language and facial expressions. So his eyes, I was looking for micro expressions, and his eyes went slightly wide at the mention of multifamily, and I was like, "Ooh, okay, here we go. We got something here."
It's because
I was busy writing notes. That's
Ding,
good.
ding, ding, ding. Yeah, I noticed it too, actually, James.
Really?
I saw the flash on Ben's face, and I was like, oh, he might have something here.
Yeah, curiosity
Nice
and
job,
interest
nice
was on his
job.
face, and I was like,
Well,
"Okay, here we go."
Damn.
I think it's. I also own one, so like I could assimilate with that. So when I heard, oh, okay, multi-families.
Man, that's it's really
Good call.
interesting. No, that was good play, James. Yeah, see, those skills really came in handy there.
Actually, I'm curious. I've thought about it for a little while. Would the group be interested in like doing micro expression and body language practice? Because I feel like that could be something. I don't know. For me, when I started learning about it, I felt like it
No,
opened up an
this
entirely
is what this
new.
is. This is what this is.
Oh.
This is why we and you notice a lot of times others cut their videos off. And so sometimes they're focusing on your face, a negotiator. Sometimes they're looking at the counterpart. For me, I'm usually listening to voice and taking notes because a lot of my negotiations are by phone. So I like to work on my listening when I hear a mock, and then I try to pick out like what are they what are they talking about?
Right. When you only have that tone. That's
James, I'll follow up with you offline. Shodan and I are working on a book by Chase Snyder. No, I'm getting that wrong. 6-minute X-ray, basically. That's dealing on this. We're thinking about working on something like that. So if you're interested, I'll follow up with you.
Okay. I don't fully understand what you're talking about, but
Yeah, it's micro expression stuff.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you when I catch micro expressions is when I'm delivering AAs. And I've caught it in after they did the micros, say a nose flinch or something. They're like completely open for influence.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the micro, if you can catch a micro flinch or expression, you got some gold right there.
Right.
But the voice, that's where most of us are making our money, doing the voice. Anybody want to go for another practice round? Got a little bit of time. Let's go for one final one.
Ben, you want to try again? And not go for the kill too soon?
Who are you going against?
No, if Ben wants to do it again, negotiate with me and not try to go to.
No, Ben's hungover. He's not.
Okay, yeah, you guys are taking advantage of me here.
No, he's hungover. He's not.
No, I could also, but I'm an easy target today.
Yeah, who wants to get in some? Michael, do you want to get on your first one?
Lots of body language art.
I don't know
what.
Oh, he said.
Oh no.
No, thanks. Let's see. Doug, you went. Florin, you went. Benny, geez, I'm the only one who hasn't gone.
Do you want to go, Dan?
Oh yeah, I'll go. Who's my victim?
Jonathan, no. Oh, you're not doing it, Jonathan?
Yeah, let's do it.
Jonathan? Oh, I get rubber wall. Great.
Gotta love that enthusiasm, Dan.
Oh man, this guy. This is fun though. I love practice. All right, I'm at the counter. Hey, how's it going?
Good, sir. How are you?
Hey, fantastic, fantastic. Oh man, I brought a long line with me. You're gonna get tired. There's a lot of
It's
people.
okay. It's okay. We have other people that are coming in to help, so it's fine.
Oh,
How can I help
good.
you?
Oh, just checking in here.
Okay, yeah, you're already checked in. We have your room, second floor, room 207.
Man, yeah,
And
yeah, rápido, Speedy Gonzalez. That was quick. Jeez, I don't see your award up on the wall. Fastest employee of the year.
yeah, well, I thought you wanted to be helped.
No, I mean that's beyond help. I thought it was a 5-star, not a 10-star hotel.
Oh, well, thank you.
So what room did we end up in after we did the whole online stuff?
Yeah, it's room 207.
Oh, 7th floor. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm sure it's got a decent view.
Second floor, 207.
I'm sure it's got a decent view of the street.
No, it's actually looking at the beach. So it's the second floor. All of that side of the building, all of the odd numbers, they have the view to the beach. So
To the beach.
you have a window that's the view to the beach. Yeah.
Gosh, and I'm sure there's people out there that love staring at that water.
Yeah, well, it's a nice view. We haven't had any complaints. So
A view of just the water?
watch.
No, listen, you're probably gonna think I'm like, I hate the natural world. You're probably gonna think I'm like a schmuck.
Not at all, sir. Not at all.
You probably think I've never.
I understand you want a better view.
Oh, I mean, you're a smart guy. You're a smart guy. You probably appreciate the city more than the natural stuff, like I do.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just curious.
Sure.
Are you more of a city type of guy, or more of a beach resort and trees and all that?
More at the beach. More of a beach kind of guy. Yeah. It's why I like working here, because I'm close to the beach.
Oh, you're probably gonna feel like I'm judgmental.
Not at all, sir. Not at all. I understand you're
hate to
looking
ask.
for a better room.
No, I'm just curious. Again, it's gonna sound like I'm very judgmental. Are you like the tree hugger type? Do you like go out and like hug those trees at night and play the piano to the water? I'm just curious. I love city bricks and all.
No, sir. I'm not that type of person. But if you want, I can help you find a better room.
I mean, look, if there's anything that you think a spoiled city slicker, New Yorker piece of trash like me would like, I mean, I'm open to whatever ideas or help you can provide.
The best I can do for you is the third floor, room 307. And
Oh,
yeah.
What am I looking at? The top of the trees? Looking at birds?
Yeah, so in case you want to hug it, you can hug the branch.
You're probably gonna think I'm a judgmental guy. I bet you probably.
So actually, the tree is like right, like there's a tree in the balcony, and if maybe you can try hugging the tree there.
I bet, again, you're gonna think I'm judgmental, right? I bet you probably got like 5
No,
bird
it's okay.
cages at home with the pigeons, and you like collect them, and they come in, and you like feed them. You're like, was that pigeon collection? I want to bet $5 you got a pigeon collector, because you're trying to put me at the view of the birds. So I'm just curious if maybe you want everybody
What
to
you do?
appreciate.
You don't like birds?
You're gonna think I'm like, what's that called? One of those poachers. I like birds and bears on my wall for decoration. That's
Okay.
about it. You probably think I'm a horrible person who doesn't respect nature like you do.
No, but I can get you a
No, I'm just curious. I bet you rode a horse to work.
Sorry, we don't have horses
No?
here at the beach. If that's where you're going to.
No, I was just curious.
Look,
I
we
was
can.
just curious since you like nature. I mean, what do you like? What are you into anyways? You seem like a young guy.
I'm
Mollies
into
and
helping
shrooms.
I'm into helping customers. So if you want, I can help you out with the room on the third floor. We can maybe get you another room that doesn't have any trees. It's just open to the beach and and no additional charges for that. Just that's what I can do for you.
I mean, it sounds like you really value helping people out. Is there any kind of people you like the most?
No, I provide the same customer service to everyone who comes here at the hotel. And sir, I'm
Just curious.
afraid
Just curious.
the third floor is the
Just
best that I
curious.
have for you.
If let's just say hypothetically, again, you're gonna think I'm pulling stories out of my ass here. Hypothetically, let's say your mother came here and had this problem. Would you hook her up, or would you tell her, get out of my place?
I'm sorry, sir. The third floor is the best thing that I can get you at this moment. I'm so sorry.
It seems like you don't want to help out a Latino.
No, actually, like I said, I give the same customer service to all of our visitors, all of our guests, and all of the other rooms. They're busy for the weekend, so the best thing that I can give for you is the third floor, and if somebody gets that floor, I cannot guarantee you that you're gonna be able to get it. So you might as well just get it now.
I'm just curious. What's going on with the weekend? Why are people coming here this weekend?
I don't know. Maybe they come to hug the tree. I don't know, but we usually busy at the weekends. So
that's good. But right in these 2 days right here is a ghost town. That's what it sounds like.
No, we actually visit throughout the year. It's a nice hotel and all that, sir. So we have two options: the third floor or the second floor, with tree or no tree. You let me know.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Are you a cat or dog person?
I'm a tree person.
No, cat or dog.
I like birds, and no, 'cause the cats eat the birds. So
it's a dog.
I don't like cats.
So because dogs are very disciplined, and they follow the rules. They don't get out of line, or they could be punished for making an error.
So you want the third floor or the second floor?
Seems like you're in a lot of pressure, Jonathan.
Not at all. I just want to help you out.
You seem stressed out.
And get you to your room.
It probably feels like I'm being a cat right now and just toying with you. Like, what is this guy just toying with me? Like I'm some kind of like some kind of dead animal or something. You probably feel disrespected right now.
No, sir, not at all. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Probably feel like you're being
Um,
violated.
No, not at all. What if um you take that offer, no additional cost, no additional fees, the third floor, and
You know,
it's you have a better a bigger bed in that room also.
you're probably thinking, why is this guy with a nice shirt even talking to me for? You're
Um,
probably thinking, what is he? Is he working for the city or something? This is so weird. Why is he still here talking?
Yes, sir. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to help the next person in line. So if if we can do the third floor, the second floor.
Sure, let's
Uh,
get this customer through. I'll be right back. All right, 5 minutes go by. I'm back at the counter. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going? Hey, just checking. Were you able to catch a smoke break? You seem stressed.
can somebody help me with this question? No, sir. It's all good. I mean, the situation is still the same. It's the third floor, second floor. There's one that has a tree. The other one doesn't have a tree. The birds prefer one tree better than the other. You let me know what your preferences is, and I'll
Well,
get you the room.
I mean, you're gonna think again like I'm some diva, but being like up on the 20th, 30th floor, birds can't even fly up that high. It would just be nothing but city, beautiful cars, beautiful skyscrapers, beautiful TVs.
No. The ad numbers, room 307, you have the view to the beach. So there's no streets there. Now, if you want the birds at the parking lot, that will be an even number. That will be room 304. And you have the view to the parking lot.
It's I mean, it sounds like a great offer there, Jonathan. Just curious, I mean, is that the best you can do?
Yes, sir. The best I can do is the third floor, room 307.
All right, Jonathan, I'll be back in an hour.
Okay.
All
Thanks.
right, and time. Hey, Jonathan's brutal.
Yes, you want my feedback?
Oh yeah, let's go. Everybody.
Okay.
feedback.
You took a lot of risk with the humor. In the beginning, I didn't know if you were joking. It took me a while to feel okay. He's joking about it because of the tree thing. That if I like to hug trees, I don't know if you were joking. I knew you were joking after, and I think you also were all over the place, like with the trees, with the dogs, with the cats, with the birds. Like it was all over the place. I think it was too much.
Good.
And that closed me down towards
Let me ask you a
helping.
question though,
Oh,
Jonathan.
good.
Do you feel like you weren't going to give him anything to begin with, were you?
Yes, but I mean, I wasn't like he didn't have my willingness to help him out. I actually at some point I wanted to get rid of him. I wanted another person to talk to him.
It's good. James, what do you got? Oh, sorry. Yeah, James, and then we'll do Ben.
Yeah.
So Dan, I'm gonna do an accusation on it right now. I'm pretty sure you're might think I'm an asshole when I'm done
I
with
love it.
this. You ready for that?
Yeah, go.
My kind of gut feeling from where like if I was in Jonathan's shoes, the tone, there's two different perspectives, well actually three different perspectives I'm having on what's happening. One, if I'm in Jonathan's shoes, the tone in which you were communicating, from my perspective, if I'd been in Jonathan's shoes, was condescending, and that it seemed like you were making jokes at my expense. and that would have immediately shut me down, and I would not have been interested in wanting to continue that conversation at all. Like I would have been thinking like, this guy is trying to be funny, and I just feel insulted, and I think I want to be done with this conversation. That was like if I was in Jonathan's shoes, from a spectator perspective, like on the outside. Honestly, Dan, I don't know if anybody's ever mentioned this, but I think you should seriously consider becoming a comedian. You are fucking hilarious, dude. Like listening to the commentary, like I'm like almost nonstop laughter during that. Just like that tone in which you were doing was just gold from a comedic standpoint. So there's that perspective as well. But on the other side, it seems like from your perspective, you're kind of going into the FM DJ voice when you're having that conversation. And I feel like that's from your perspective where you are attempting to be in that conversation. As well as being in kind of control of the frame and trying out different things. So those are the three different perspectives that I was seeing. From Jonathan's perspective, it felt condescending. From a spectator, you're hilarious. From your perspective, it felt like you were coming from just being cool and relaxed, and almost like I felt like if you kept going, eventually Jonathan was going to give in just to get you out of his face. And I thought you might have been going for that. I'm not really sure, but eventually I feel like you probably would have worn him out. And he would just give you whatever you wanted, just so that you would stop with the accusation audits. Not that he would know what those are called, but that would definitely, I feel like, wear somebody down eventually to where they would just give you over whatever you wanted, because it was very steady.
Absolutely felt that too. You were grinding him, and it may not have gotten you anywhere, but he was ready to escalate to a manager. Just like, can a manager come talk to this guy or something?
He's presenting solutions for me, right? Yeah, go get him. Oh, it's good. I loved it. Costas usually got some good feedback. Oh, you're on mute.
It's not a good day for me because I need sleep, so I seldom understand a few things. I have nothing to give you.
That's fine. Florin, you've been in many of them. What's your feedback?
Yeah, that was nice to
Still
see.
laughing. Still laughing.
Yeah. At one point, I thought Jonathan said, when you said that thing with the Latinos, we are treating all prisoners the same. But he said, we are treating all visitors the same. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So, yeah, you put him under a lot of pressure. For me, I'm going with the good part. You get one, right? I don't care about what you do. Well, as long as it's legal, it's fine with me. Putting people under pressure, even if he's not giving you what you want because he likes you and all those things, as long as you get it, I'm still fine with it.
How about you, Ben? Any feedback?
Yeah, it was pretty similar. I felt like, so I wonder also with mislabeling, like I feel like I'm not an expert on it, so I'm not sure exactly when to use it right, but I feel like it has to be used right, because I felt like when you did mislabel at the beginning, from the very beginning, there was a disconnect. Like as soon as you started mislabeling me, he kind of was standoffish. And I think that kind of led the rest of the conversation in that tone, that he didn't really like you from the beginning because of using him of being a tree hugger or all that kind of stuff. And yeah, and also I like how you were trying to use accusation audits, but it felt awkward. Like he kept interrupting them. I was like didn't flow right. That's what I noticed.
He's an assertive. He's gonna jump in on those AAs right away.
Yeah.
That's how you know who your counterpart is. Accommodator, he would have waited a bit longer. Was everything okay? Analytical, he would have hung in that silence, been okay with it.
What I would like to say in defense of Dan's approach, I felt his comedy was no risk it, no biscuit.
No risk it, no biscuit. There we go.
No risk it, no biscuit. He wasn't getting anywhere with this guy generally, and if you're not, he didn't have anything to work with really anyway. So why not grind him down and throw some stuff, throw some punches like that, see what happened. And I thought, this time it didn't work out, but that's not to say in the future you may have eventually gotten him to like, oh, you know what, fine, let's do it.
Yeah, Vlad, that saying was actually at one of my old company's wall. That was
Yeah,
that
I don't even.
corner office.
What does it mean, no biscuit? What does it mean?
Doug, you wanna explain the no risk it, no biscuit?
Well, basically, bottom line boils down to if you
It's
don't
business.
take, don't throw your best attempt and go for everything, go for broke. It happens a lot in like football. There's a football coach that likes it a lot too. He's like, man, he likes the deep pass, right? Go for the big home run hit, and that's
Yeah, and for us in
what do
business,
you have to lose?
if you don't take any risk, you don't get to eat.
That's right.
You don't get
Cool.
to.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. This is the rhyme is always sticky. You remember it so good. Yeah, it's a good pitch. Yeah, awesome.
And now what matters is how did they feel after? Jonathan, how do you feel after that? You look like you're gonna
After
need
what?
some. You're gonna need some therapy just by looking at you. Are you gonna be okay? How do you feel?
Feel about what?
I broke someone, Vlad.
You just broke him.
Jonathan, how do you feel? Okay? Are you feeling? Are you still good? Are we good? You're not a tree
Yeah.
hugger. You're not a tree hugger.
No. I mean, the humor on the positive side, you are funny. So I laugh too. You are funny, so that breaks the ice. So that's good. The only thing is that calibrated a little bit more because I was a little bit confused. I didn't know you were joking until like 2 minutes in the conversation, because I mean, who asked about trees and then cats and then dogs? Like I knew you were joking.
Oh, so he doesn't know what's going on.
But
Jonathan,
right, but
when they ask about cats and dogs, you usually respond with, "Hey, I like dogs." And typically, a negotiator will summarize, "You like dogs because they're disciplined, they do what they're told." Whereas a cat, they're just chaos, and that's not you. You usually get it. That's right. Yeah, that's me. But it was interesting how Jonathan said, "I love birds so much, and I hate cats because they eat the birds." So, yeah, I like dogs.
Some
Is
clear
that
logic
true?
there. That
I
makes
mean,
sense.
was that true, Jonathan?
no, I was
bantering.
right. I was following your jokes, and I was just at that point, you were gonna get the third floor, and that was it.
Oh, because for you, you value respect and justice, and you were not going to let someone who just came into your room, made jokes at your expense, disrespected you, and now they have the audacity to want to go up to the top.
You didn't disrespect me at all. I didn't feel disrespected, or I didn't feel that you were laughing at my expense at all. It's just that maybe you weren't you were more concentrated on the AAs. You were more into your jokes than into me, because you were joking, but I wasn't joining you. When I did join, it was just to get over the conversation. So tell the joke. If I don't laugh, stop it, and then try another approach, an open-ended question. Try another approach, because I wasn't following you in the beginning. When I did, it was just to end it.
And someone here mentioned, I think it was James, that with the late FM, you're able to come at your counterpart with different approaches. You're able to stay calm and reapproach, re-engage. And yeah, that's key to stay in that calm tone,
Yes.
calm demeanor.
When it comes to your voice, see, if you tell me, "Hey, Jonathan, you like to hug trees. I'm like, well, what the hell, you know? But if you say, hey, you know, you like to hug trees, you look like that type of, then I know you're joking. But if you do it with the low voice, oh, you like dogs and cats, or you know, decent discipline. Like I'm like, I didn't know you were joking. So maybe say it with a voice that I can tell right away that you're joking. Because if I
Uh,
tell you, hey, you seem like the
I'm gonna
person that likes to hug trees.
I'm gonna push back against that a little bit, Jonathan. That dry sarcasm that's going on there, that type of humor, can actually, because it creates some uncomfortability that's happening, right? And people don't like to feel uncomfortable, and they're trying to find a way out of it. And when they finally recognize what that humor is, and that dam breaks, it's like they just want to keep going in that direction because there's such a buildup that was happening there. And in some cases, I've actually found that to be very useful. Like Dan's approach, it makes like we're tense, and it's like, oh shit, he's joking. Okay, we're good. And
Right.
then we start listening for that because it allows us to be comfortable. So that uncomfortability can actually be really valuable because it's like he's created, there's a like a dam that's being held up because the jokes aren't being understood. And as soon as they get like, this is a joke, now there's a torrent or a flood, and like everything that's being said
Right.
is
Right.
hilarious because it's like that's where we're going.
Yes.
So that tension for that little bit can actually be valuable, and that confusion because you're looking
Right.
for a way out of it.
But the issue with that, the issue, and you're right, but the issue with that is in this case, it wasn't working. So you know, you have a person in front of you. It can work with a million other people, but if it's not working with the person right in front of you, it doesn't matter if it works with 10 others. It's not working with the one in front of you.
Yeah, I think it was the context, like because the kind of this sarcastic joking was, you were kind of in the middle of that, and you were somewhat of the target of that. That makes it like if it had been about something else, objective, outside of you. I
Yes,
feel like that probably would
I
have.
have jokes. I can tell you jokes, and we can have an interaction, and I can tell a lot of jokes that might be funny to 10 other people. But if I'm telling you a joke and it's not funny to you, then
Let it go. I
it's
get what
not
you're
funny.
saying.
Vlad, go ahead.
We need to pick up on whether or not have
Vlad's gonna
resistance
pick a
to.
side
I think
here.
I'm funny.
Yeah, I love this discussion. This is great. Though I didn't hear the negotiation itself. It's very valuable, and I would like to generalize that. So humor is a risky path. So when we start to inject humor, we need to be very attuned to what's going on. So you always need to read the situation and be flexible. So yeah, that's a very, very good thought. Yeah. And making a good build up on the humor is it's good, you know, unless you know when you pull the trigger on that, you know, unless you see that where it's coming, you know, you kind of do it deliberately. So you can actually slow down and deliver a joke like it's serious, but then bam, they get it. But if they don't get it, it's like, okay, bad joke. You can back up from that and like back out from that and say, oh, sorry, that was stupid. That's horrible. You know, you probably feel offended, and you can recover from that when they understand that you know that was you know, not received well or something. Yeah. So it's good to be attuned to the situation and know how to deal with that if it doesn't work.
Oh, sorry, Vlad. We're always practicing dynamic silence. it's, it's, it's always fun to just stay quiet and
That's
see
cool.
who
That's
spills
cool.
some beans.
Yeah.
Dan, I'm curious about your thoughts on everyone's feedback. Like, what are you getting out of
Yeah,
what's
no,
happening?
I took some good notes. Yeah. So for me, I would say 10 out of 10. I do get the stuff in more. With Jonathan, yeah, I would keep reapproaching the counter, and because look, for one, he already solved one problem, two problems. He's gonna consistency. He's gonna keep solving more for me, and so I like that he already moved me up a room. And yeah, I think he felt he reached his limit of wanting to give me things. So then he's like, you know what? I'll give you my manager. Hey, that's a good idea. Give him to me. Because who knows what I'd be able to get out of his manager. He was laughing. He was uncomfortable. He had no control. He knew it. That's why I told him you probably feel like a cat playing with its meal, because it was just playing. I was having fun. That's all it was to me. It was playing, having fun. Jonathan was so stressed out. You see his face. We'll watch the replay. He was red in the. He was not there anymore, and that's fine. From every mock I've done, yeah, I always get things. On this one, I still think I got things. It'll take a lot more work, but yeah, this was good. For me, it was a success. Just never such thing as a failed mock. I got to throw a lot of accusation on it. You guys got to see the mislabels at work. Dynamic silence, AAs. I figured out he's an assertive. And again, he started presenting ideas. So that's perfect. I did like that. That's what I always, if he was not presenting to me solutions, I think I'd be like, yeah, I need to go read for another year and figure out what happened. So I did like he was doing what I wanted him to do for me, even though it was not enjoyable for him. It was very enjoyable for me, and for me, that's what's most important, is making sure I get to my 200 million first. Then I can help others. So yeah, I want to take it all. That's what we're here to do, to take it all. Even if you're uncomfortable, they're uncomfortable, that's where I want to be. So Jonathan, thank you for really bringing on that stress, the duress. You hung in there. That was great. Thought it was good.
And congratulations on taking a risk and practicing, because practice is a mother of all skills. And if you no risk it, no biscuit, you gotta take it.
Yeah, and
it's a good one.
As I mentioned in the beginning, this went out to 3,000 negotiators, a total of 3,000, and you guys are the ones that showed up. You have no fear. You're ready to get in there. You're ready to risk it all for the sake of improving. So kudos to everybody that shows up.
You guys are the best. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, Vlad, you want to close us out with some parting words? We really get to see you in here.
You're awesome, guys. You're awesome. I love you guys. I love this conversation. I love you. You keep it going every Friday. Sorry, every Saturday. It's good. It's good to start Saturday this way. And every time we negotiate, we learn. Every time we open our mouth in the mock negotiation and real negotiation, we learn, because we reflect on it after this. And some of the negotiation, I remember I joined one of yours, Daniel, the other day, and I negotiated over a cup of coffee, and in the midst of it, it felt like I'm not getting it or whatever. But then there was so much reflection after this. And by the way, this is the time when I came up to the realization that I need to attune to the other party and read all the time what's going on the other side, because if I don't, it's a one-way street. It's not a negotiation. So always be attuned to their needs, to their moves, and dance with them. So it's awesome, guys. So let's keep it up.
Good. And then yeah, we're back here on Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time. Then we hop over to Bully Proof, because yeah, I could tell you a few of us here, that's our problem, is we're too attuned to our needs and not the counterpart. As you kind of notice, a prime example, I was just so tuned into me using these skill sets and having fun. I forgot Jonathan was my counterpart. It happens, right? And so yeah, keep showing up.
Yeah,
keep
and
practicing.
you learn the most. You learn the most out of the tough ones. So
Oh yeah.
it was a great because this is the one we're discussing the most. Which this is the one that is getting most of the feedback, because the tough ones are the best.
Yeah, tougher the better.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right.
There, guys.
Love you. Have a good
Good
weekend.
weekend.
Take
Good
care.
weekend.